Hello, everyone, and welcome to this presentation about living and working in Norway. My name is Blanca Rødberg, and I'm happy to get you through our presentation today. Norway is Europe's northernmost country with some of the most wonderful scenery, ranging from lowlands in the southeast to dramatic fjords, high mountains, and stunning coastline in the west and north, including northern lights and the midnight sun. Norway is a small country in terms of population, with only 5.5 million inhabitants, but by size, Norway is the seventh largest country in Europe, with a long coastline and great distances. It's quite common to have to travel by plane between cities and parts of Norway because the distances are so large. Norwegian is the official language, but English is also widely spoken in Norway. Norway's nature offers great potential for outdoor activities such as hiking, biking, skiing, and kayaking, to mention some few. Norway has a strong economy, offering a high standard of living and many job opportunities across various sectors. You can combine interesting jobs and enjoying life and your leisure time while living and working in Norway. Some fun facts about Norway. This land of Vikings and fjords is also home to trolls, mythical creatures present in popular culture. The trolls have also gone digital, and the bad behavior of the trolls have even influenced modern language. Trolling has become an international expression for behaving in a rude and bad-mannered way on the internet. Norwegians love outdoor lifestyle in any type of weather. The right type of clothing is Norwegian key to enjoy being out, even when it's cold and pouring rain. So there is no such a thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. At an astonishing 24.5 kilometer long, the Lardal Tunnel is the world's longest. And Norway is also world known for its salmon and seafood industry. While sushi is absolutely a Japanese invention, they did not use salmon in the dish until it was suggested by a Norwegian delegation in the 1980s. Last but not least, Norwegians love skiing and winter sports, and cross-country skiing is definitely a national sport. There is a saying in Norway that Norwegians are born with skis on their feet. Regarding the situation on the labor market, the unemployment rate was 2.4% in May, which is quite low, but it is expected to increase during the year. The most common salary, which means the salary range which most people earn in the full-time job, is between 40,000 to 45,000 Norwegian kroners gross before tax per month, which makes around 3,500 to 3,900 euro. But note that there are lower and higher salaries depending on type of job, the skills required, and the sector itself. The average income tax is approximately 1/3 of your monthly salary. It varies with the salary you earn, as the more you earn, the more tax you pay. The income tax is withdrawn from your gross salary every month by your employer, and important to know, it includes the Social Security contribution, which is 7.8% of your gross salary. The ordinary working hours per week is 37.5 to 40 hours. Shift workers work maximum 35 hours per week. Standard working hours are usually between 8 or 9 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m., including a 30-minute lunch break, which is normally unpaid. Craft workers in industry and construction often work from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So, why would you choose Norway? First, I have to say that Norway is not for everyone, but there are many reasons why people look to Norway. First of all, there are many professional opportunities, meaning that you can start in a job and develop professionally throughout your working life by promotion to better skilled jobs, lifelong learning, and personal development at work. In Norway, we have competitive and stable salary conditions. Salaries are decided according to collective wages agreements between the employer's organization and the trade unions every year. There is no general minimum salary in Norway, but there are minimum salaries in various sectors like construction, cleaning, hotel, restaurant and catering, the maritime construction industry, agriculture and horticulture, fish processing enterprises, electricians, and transport by road. The working life and working conditions in Norway are well organized and regulated. In terms of quality of life, there is a high standard of living and a good work-life balance. This is a real Norwegian value. It is possible to have spare time and time for your friends and family after work. The work environment in Norway is characterized by low hierarchy, and there is a strong sense of equality at work. In Norway, we believe that everyone is equal, regardless of gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, religion, social status, or political views. Almost as many women as men work in Norway. Additionally, men and women complete higher education in almost equal number. Norway is an exotic destination and many adventures await. There is a lot of nature and space and great possibilities for outdoors activities. So now let's talk about the success of Norwegian exports. Norway is the world's second largest seafood exporter, and the equivalent of 35 million meals produced by Norway is consumed worldwide each day. It is at the forefront in developing modern, efficient, and sustainable seafood production. Being a large exporter of both oil and gas, Norway plays an important role as a reliable supplier to the world's energy markets. Norway is the world's sixth largest supplier of crude oil and second largest exporter of natural gas. Norway's shipping and maritime industries have a proud history and an exciting future. Norway has played a key role in getting the International Maritime Organization to adopt an ambitious goal of cutting carbon emissions from the global shipping industry by a minimum of 50% by 2050. The country itself, however, is aiming much higher. In terms of size, Norway is the third largest shipping country for total carrying capacity and is top 10 in terms of annual value shipped. For more information, visit the official site of Norway Experts. There are many job opportunities in Norway because there are many jobs in demand and in many various sectors. To name a few, there are opportunities for nurses and doctors in healthcare, cooks and seasonal staff in tourism and hospitality, bus drivers in transport, software developers in IT, process operators and electrical engineers in industry, technology and engineering, car mechanics in the service sector, preschool teachers in childcare, electricians and drivers of heavy machinery in construction and civil works. Follow the link to find the complete list of jobs in demand. There are a few ongoing recruitments, like for example, the recruitment of production workers to aquaculture, the recruitment of bus drivers, the recruitment of seasonal staff to tourism and hospitality in the northern Norway, or the recruitment of process operators to a battery factory. For more information on these recruitment initiatives and much more, check out the Norway country page here on the European Day platform. The near future opportunities in Norway are in rapidly growing green industry. Green industry is nothing new in Norway, which has a long traditions with hydropower, forestry and wood building and solar energy. And as per now, Norway is the country with the most electric cars per capita in the world. Still, the Norwegian government in its roadmap, the Green Industrial Initiative, emphasizes the development in these sectors: offshore wind, battery, hydrogen, carbon capture and storage, maritime sector, forestry, power systems and smart charging of vehicles, and sustainable buildings. The need for workers is increasingly high, from process operators to skilled workers within industry and construction, drivers of heavy vehicles, engineers, IT specialists, team leaders, and planners. There are several ways to look for job opportunities. A place to start is arbeidsplassen.no, which is the official job portal of the Public Employment Service in Norway. There you can search not only by education level, profession category or sector, but also search using the keyword English to find job vacancies that are in English and for which the working language can be English. Then you have the European job portal EURES. It contains the same job vacancies as the arbeidsplassen.no job portal that I just mentioned, but on the EURES portal you can do your job search in your own language, as the EURES portal is searchable in all the official European languages. Check first the jobs market with EURES flag by ticking the box EURES flag. There you can access the jobs where Norwegian employers are specifically looking for European candidates. The other large job portal that you should use is finn.no/job. The job vacancies there are more or less the same as those on arbeidsplassen.no, but there are more, especially for higher skilled candidates. And the search and filters functionalities are slightly different from those on arbeidsplassen.no. You can do a search with keyword English there too, to spot jobs where English can be the working language. Yet another job portal is karrierestart.no, which aims at graduates. In addition to many job vacancies, Karrierestart also offers many useful tips and articles for job seekers. It has an own section for internships, an own section for traineeships, and own employer's guide where you can get to know various employers in various sectors. An efficient way of looking for jobs is using social media. LinkedIn for higher skilled jobs, Facebook and Instagram for other jobs. Tourism and hospitality uses Facebook a lot to recruit, for example. Staffing and consulting agencies have a good share of the job market, meaning that they also promote job vacancies that are not advertised other places. So you could consider approaching one or two. Several agencies specialize in higher skilled jobs, like, for example, Manpower, Accommodation, Technogarden, and many more. You can find them via the job portals mentioned above by Google search or through the yellow pages. Before applying, read the job description carefully and check out the company's website to get a good understanding of the job and of the company. If anything is unclear, or if you're not sure you have the right profile or qualifications, you can call or email the person mentioned in the job description. There's a reason why a person to contact is mentioned there. It's for you to call, ask questions, and show your interest for the job. Whether you apply by email or online, prepare a specific letter of application. The golden rule is one letter for application for one job. The letter should be short and straight to the point. About half a page is enough, and it must show that you have understood what the job is about and that you are motivated for it, that you have what it takes to get the job, and your motivation for Norway and eventually to learn Norwegian. When it comes to the CV, 1 page is common, 2 pages is the maximum expected. A photo is not obligatory unless it's specified in the job description, but it's always a plus and it's a common and allowed. It is important that you adapt your CV to the job. Write a short summary of your professional profile on top. Mention your studies or your work experience first, depending on what is the most relevant to the job. Write your CV in a decreasing chronological order. Mention references if you have any available. Norwegian companies check references, so giving the name of 1 or 2 references is an asset. You will find more information on how to apply for jobs on the Norway page of the European Job Days website. My colleague will write the link here in the chat. It is also on your screen. You find also several CV examples on the website of NTNU, the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. You can also use the Europass CV if you wish. And last but not least, always follow up your job application about 10 days after submitting it. Call or mail the contact person and ask how your application is doing. For more detailed information on how to look for jobs and how to apply for them, you can consult the Looking for Work in Norway website that you access from the Norway country page on this European Job Day platform. You find there also the contact details to all of the EURES advisors in Norway. Most people in Norway speak English very well. Children learn English at school already from the age of 6. However, the working language in Norway is Norwegian. Nevertheless, working in English is common in many workplaces, like at some international companies, in the offshore sector, and in companies when there is a demand for skilled workers or seasonal workers. That said, even though you may start working only speaking English, your employer may require that you learn Norwegian eventually. But many jobs or professions do require good Norwegian language skills. Working in healthcare, in kindergartens and schools, in customer service and passengers transport, and in marketing and sales. We strongly recommend that you start learning Norwegian as soon as possible. Not only will speaking Norwegian considerably increase your chances to find a job, it will also be very important for your social life and your integration in Norway, no matter how long you intend to stay. Furthermore, getting a social network could also increase your chances to find a job. Many people indeed find a job through personal contacts. Here is a free online Norwegian language course at ntnu.edu/learnnow, which is a very good start. You find otherwise a complete list of providers of Norwegian language courses on the website of the Norwegian Directorate for Higher Education and Skills. Many municipalities in Norway provide Norwegian language courses. These courses are payable. You find information on the language courses on the website of the municipality where you intend to live. Finding housing in Norway is not always easy, and it's expensive. In Norway, most people own their own house or apartment. But coming from abroad, rental would be probably the first option. Be aware that when you rent, you must often pay 3 months' rent in advance as bail. And as in most countries, the closer to big cities you want to live, the higher the price of housing. If you are in a job search process, check if the employer can help you find accommodation in the area or if it provides accommodation. Some employers provide accommodation at least for your first weeks or months in Norway until you find your own place to live. If you have to find accommodation on your own, here are some relevant websites. A widely used website to find housing is finn.no/eiendom. It's a private website where any private person and real estate agencies can put an advertisement. Til salgs, housing for sale. Til leie, housing for rent. The other websites are for rentals, for example, utleiemegleren.no, an agency specialized in rentals, or hybel.no, website for rentals. For more information and contact us, welcome to our Norway country page on europeanjobdays.eu. Thank you for your attention and hopefully see you in Norway soon.